Hello and welcome. This is Prantik from Revsportz. Over the last fortnight, you've either seen me from Revsportz or you've seen the videos of my dear friend and colleague Atreyo, who has come all the way to Singapore from Kolkata to cover the World Chess Championship 2024 that's happening in Singapore. But we thought we'll do one together. We had a rest day yesterday. It's been 9 games, 4.5 points each. I'm just going to ask my colleague, his thoughts, experience, because he's obviously here to cover the whole thing. So first and foremost, Atreyo, welcome to Singapore. I want to get your thoughts. If we just sort of look back, it's been 9 games. We've had 4.5 points each. Take us through the tournament so far in terms of points, what strategies have been employed, and just your experience of the matches so far.
See, I think when the championship began, there was an overwhelming perspective that a feeling that Ding Liren is the underdog and Gukesh is the favorite. Actually, it should have been the other way around, because Ding Liren is the reigning champion and Gukesh is just an 18-year-old. So that way, the way things have unfolded, Ding Liren has actually played like a champion. I mean, he has not been in the best of shape, but he's still been able to manage to negate all the questions that Gukesh posed for him. There were quite a few games where Ding Liren was under a lot of pressure, be it with white pieces, be it with black pieces. But he managed to thwart those challenges, and he's been able to hold firm so far. And he has denied Gukesh any chance. This was particularly visible in the previous game, in the 9th one, where Gukesh was playing with white pieces and Ding Liren didn't give him any chance at all. So Ding Liren has defended very well, and as we see that as the championship is going ahead, Ding Liren is getting better. So Gukesh will have to possibly come up with something new, some new novelty to crack Liren's defense.
Very well said. Even Magnus Carlsen on social media has said that Gukesh is not the favorite anymore. But I think Atreyo brings a good point that, look, experience matters a lot in every sphere of life. So was it right to call Gukesh the favorite right from the start? It's a good question. But what remains to be seen is, what does Gukesh do to innovate, to challenge Liren? Because let's remember, he's the existing world champion, 32-year-old, 14-year age gap. There's a big difference, but it's going to be a riveting contest. But I want to tell you guys, look, at the background you see the East Coast Park. To my left, right at the extreme behind Atreyo, that's where the Sentosa Island is, and that's a man-made island. Fantastic tourism. There's the casino, there are hotels, there are beaches, bars, and that's where the tournament is being held. And of course, my friend Atreyo has had the good opportunity of being, in that zone, in the thick of things. So Atreyo, tell us, as a fan, as a viewer, you're such a big fan of chess, what's been the experience like? Because many of us have not had the chance to be there. So tell us a fan's perspective of what are things like in Sentosa.
I'll tell you that it's been a wonderful fan experience so far, because over there, I mean, I've been there for the last few games, and I saw that every day there were at least around 300 people turning up. That's not a huge number, but not a negligible number either, because none of the contestants are from Singapore. One is from China, one is from India. Although we do have a lot of people from those countries living in Singapore, and they have created a fan zone over there, which is always abuzz with activities. There are different kinds of things that you can do over there. You can play chess, you can watch chess, you can have snacks and beverage, and you can do all sorts of things. So that's been a very happening place. Place with a lot of activities. And I think the fan, I was actually speaking to some of the local fans as well.
Yeah.
Who are from Singaporeans. They are coming there, they are going there to watch the match just for the sake of it. They want to watch this. And see, had this been football, it would have been 2,000 times more, right?
Sure.
But to see this kind of participation, this kind of enthusiasm for chess is not a bad thing at all. So I think the fan experience has been quite exciting. And they have created, the organizers have created a lot of, activity opportunities for the fans. I mean, there are fun questions, there are lectures by former chess players, and those are not serious lectures,
right,
not academic lectures. Those players are sharing their fun experiences and offering tips on how to become better as a chess player. So a lot of things are happening for the fans, and so far the fan participation has been very, very encouraging, I must say.
And you were telling us about the tickets are priced at $60 which, to be honest, from a Singapore lens is not really much. It's about 6-7 times a movie ticket, but about a quarter of a concert ticket. Of course, there are 14 games, so maybe if you want to spend that 840 plus for the whole tournament, that's a lot. But I think to watch 2 or 3 games, it's quite reasonable. Atreyo, you were telling us about just the way it's sort of the stage created where the players actually sit and play. If you could describe what that looks like for a fan, that will be wonderful.
Yeah, it's like a giant fish tank over there, right? I mean, it's like an aquarium where the players are seated inside and you are on the other side. And inside the auditorium, there are no lights. It's completely dark, and you have to maintain strict silence over there. And electronic devices inside that place are not allowed 30 minutes after the game starts. So you have a phone or a camera or laptop or whatever, you have to deposit that. There is a counter, you have to pay a fee for that, and you have to deposit these things over there. And I would say a little bit boring, Prantik, because over there you have to sit for 5 hours doing nothing, can't talk, can't do anything. So, but the fan zone is a completely different zone actually altogether.
Yeah.
Over there you can do everything. You can laugh, you can talk, you can play, and you can watch the game as well, because those are shown on those giant screens. There are 2 screens over there where the games are shown with commentary.
Right.
So inside the auditorium where the game is taking place is it's a very very sanitized area, I would say, and it's a little bit boring. But that's how it is. Yeah, that's how it is in chess. I mean,
That's
you can't
the
help
nature
it.
of the game, I suppose. Yes, it's not cricket.
And you can't have light inside where the audience is seated, because that will distract the players.
Fair enough. It's not cricket or chess, but chess obviously needs a lot of quiet peace. These guys are under time pressure. Remember, for the first 40 moves, you've got to play it under 120 minutes. So mind focus is required, and I think that's a good one. That I think for younger fans who are always used to sort of be on social media and the devices, 5 hours without device, even for me, I think that's a long time.
And Prantik, I would like to add something here.
Sure.
That I see a lot of young fans. There are a lot of kids, a lot of children over there. I mean, who are coming with their parents, who are having fun. And actually, there are big bean bags where you can just lie down. If you get bored after a point in time, you can just lie down and still watch the match.
Clearly the organizers have thought through the whole point of entertainment, engagement, for the serious fans, for lecturers. Let's talk about media. I'm really proud that Revsportz, as a company, as a philosophy, wherever sporting tournaments are held, we have people on the ground for on-ground reportage. In Singapore, obviously I'm lucky to be living here. Atreyo has come all the way. Just give us a sense of the media coverage from different parts of the world, especially China and India. What sort of media coverage, folks from media, are you seeing at the stadium?
Let me begin with India first.
Yeah.
From India, the media contingent isn't huge. I mean, I have been to several cricket assignments in India and abroad, where I've seen an army of the Indian media, right?
Yeah.
But over here, I think there are just 6 or 7 of us. I mean, there are 2 English newspapers, 1 Malayali newspaper, and 3 or 4 other websites. So it's about 6 or 7 from India. But there is a lot of international media, because chess is an internet-based game,
Right.
and it's an international game. So there is huge interest from other countries. I mean, I've seen people from Australia, from Germany, and from some other European countries as well. So, and there are many foreign websites, I mean, international websites which are dedicated to chess. So a lot of their correspondents are here doing videos and writing copies and doing all sorts of things. As far as China goes, I will not say there is a huge number of, there is a big number of participation here.
Understand. But good to know, given it's a global game, there is enough and more international coverage, especially of the digital nature. All right, let's do a little bit of crystal gazing. We're kind of obviously crossed the halfway mark. 10th game later this evening from 5 p.m. local time. 5 games to go. We know that whoever touches 7.5 points is going to win. Atreyo, tell us, where do you see this tournament standing? I get a sense that Liren is slightly ahead, even though points are equal.
I would like to agree with you, because there are 2 reasons. One reason is there are 5 games remaining, and Ding is going to play with white pieces in 3 of those. And traditionally thinking, a player who plays with white pieces tends to have a slight advantage. So Ding Liren will have that advantage in 3 of the remaining 5 games. But as Gukesh said after the previous game, last game, that these days black and white do not make a lot of difference. Having said that, I would say that I have a feeling that Ding Liren is getting better. I mean, in the first few games, he was always on the back foot. Barring the first opening game, which he won, he has been always on the back foot, even with white pieces. But now, things are changing very, very slowly, but with a certain amount of certainty. So I think I have a feeling that Ding is getting better, and his defense is certainly getting better. I mean, there were points in several games where Gukesh had a certain and clear advantage. But Ding Liren, despite fighting acute time pressure and some cases piece disadvantage, he managed to wriggle his way out. So that is that's the sign of a champion. I mean, champion player and experienced player, as we discussed earlier. So I think it's not going to be easy for Gukesh at all. It's going to get tougher for him from now on, and Ding will bring in all his experience in the remaining 5 games, and it's going to be really tough for Gukesh because he's just an 18-year-old. Come on, I mean, we all said in the build-up that he's the favorite. He's won the candidates. He was spectacular in the chess Olympiad and all that. But he's just an 18-year-old, and Ding Liren has been a 280 plus, 2800 plus player in the past. Although he has not done very well in the last 1 year or so, but he's a class player, no doubt about that. And class players usually bring their experience out on the biggest stage, and this is the biggest stage.
Yeah.
So I think Ding is going to get better. This doesn't mean that Gukesh is going to get worse. It doesn't mean that. So we are in for some exciting 5 rounds of chess. It's going to be, neck to neck, I would say.
So the writing's on the wall, neck to neck. You have a young challenger contesting against a world-class champion who obviously will want to bring out his best, in Singapore. But remember, Gukesh has been in form. He's fighting hard. It's tooth and nail. So it's going to be, for the fans, it's going to be riveting stuff to watch. We probably might have a couple of more draws, but both players under pressure that they will have to take advantage of those moments that Atreyo was talking about. You have to capitalize on that. For now, this is Prantik from Revsportz with my dear friend Atreyo who's visiting here. Keep watching Revsportz because remember, there are 2 of us in Singapore covering the tournament, and we're going to bring a lot about chess behind the scenes as well as coverage from what's happening on ground in Sentosa. Thank you for watching.